times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, shout out.
3 times real, that's why my name's Trill. Three times real, that's why my name's Trill.
Hey, put your hands up, come on, put your hands up, put your hands up, now I hop on the scene with some banging dope beats with a top.
The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is the fight between Derek Ward Chisora and Joseph Parker. So, some people are screaming robbery, some people, whatever. I'm going to turn it over to Conspira G. What was your thoughts on the fight?
All right. Great fight. Loved it. Robbery, I'm not going to go that far. However, Chisora definitely won. And here's why. Pull out. And I actually watched it again this morning because I had to take down some notes.
So you can be double wrong.
Go ahead.
I gave Chisora round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But 5 is like I gave him. He edged it, because Parker didn't land anything really in that round. I gave him round 9 and round 10. And remember, he got the knockdown in the first round. So I got it 115, 111 Chisora. But let's say you give Parker round 5. I still got a 114, 112 Chisora. I kind of feel like, the judges just wasn't showing love to my man. He was the aggressor. He was maintaining the action. Parker, at times, he'll try to throw some shots on the back foot, but a lot of those shots were being blocked off. So it's like, I don't see what Parker was trying to do. Parker, I think it was like either the 11th round. He actually rocked Chisora where he could have ended the fight. And what did Parker do? He backed up. You know what I mean? Again, Mr. No Killer Instinct. You could tell he's exhausted. Chisora's exhausted. He's on the ropes. Like, everybody's like, yo, what's going on? And this dude, Parker, literally backed up. He didn't want no war with the dude. I mean, hey, man, listen. If people saying Parker won, I don't see it. You know what I mean? I sincerely see Chisora was winning. Chisora was landing great shots to the body. He even landed some uppercuts on Parker. Like, he was doing a lot of work. And what Parker was doing, for the most part, he's off the back foot, trying to land jabs. There was a few times he did do some cute combinations, maybe like 3 times in the fight. But again, more rounds went clearly to Chisora over Parker. So, Chisora, man, salute to you, bro. I feel your pain on this one.
Dollar Bill.
I guess I seen it differently. Chisora did exactly what I thought he was going to do. That's why I said I wanted to see him again, and I want to see him again. You know what I'm saying? He's winning me over. He's winning me over in these defeats. He's taking, with the Usyk fight, same thing. And it's basically what happened again. You know what I'm saying? All right, you started off fast, but then there was some little rounds in there where you can give to Joseph for the clean, effective shots. You know what I'm saying? Not just the swinger while he hitting the arms and, you know what I'm saying? Gee, you know what it is.
And just slapping someone in the side and people on the body side.
Right? You know how we say hit, block like that. You know what I'm saying? Like Joseph was doing a lot of that too, and then it was some clean shots. But then you got from the 7th to the 11th. The combinations from Joseph Parker won that fight for him. It was the combination, the clean combinations. Yeah, Chisora was coming forward. There's a difference between effective aggressiveness and just being aggressive. He was being aggressive, but he was getting caught with some. He was getting caught, and when he was getting caught with clean combinations. The 12th round went to Del Boy for me. You know what I'm saying? It went back to him, but still, I think that Parker pulled it off. I think he pulled it off. So 115, 113 for me.
True, man. I don't like the fact that we don't watch fights together and we see it the same way. Ned.
I agree with Trevor, but this is my thing. In the first round, when Del Boy came out on Parker and he dropped him, it was like the drop wasn't believable. It was more it was more of like a push.
No,
to
it
the
wasn't
floor.
believable, bro. It was a foul. It was
Yeah,
a foul behind the head. So
I
it
thought
wasn't
they
believable.
feet got tangled
it
up.
was more like he didn't drop him, but he fell to the floor. That's what I saw. But after that, Joseph Parker really dictated the fight. Joseph Parker came in there, was using his hand speed, and Double was trying to be reckless, and Joseph Parker counteracted it with he was touching him. He was boop boop boop, and then I was just like, I gave it to him. I gave it to Joseph Parker, and I saw that it was. I gave the fight to Joseph Parker. Like most of those rounds, besides the first round, I gave most of those rounds to Joseph Parker from what I saw, and that aggressiveness from Chisora, he has to do more than that. Just more than aggression, more than just stalking down the prey and trying to eliminate it. But
Hold on, so Ned, you agree with that judge that just gave Chisora just one round?
no, not one round. I'm just saying.
Nah, that judge
Chisora
gave him
didn't
more
do-
than one round. What are you talking about? The score was 116, 111, so he gave
Oh,
him
my bad.
more than one round.
Something else. I mean,
I can see the fight. I'm gonna wait till my turn. Go ahead, Ned.
I'm just saying. I saw the knockdown. The knockdown wasn't believable to me, but it was a knockdown. Like he came in and he swung and, and Parker fell. I don't know how Parker fell to that, but Parker fell. But all I'm saying is he came in, he was aggressive, and he used the same style he used against Usyk against Parker, and I was just like, you gotta do more than that. You have to use a little more skill. But shout out to Chisora, shout out to Parker. I felt Parker won. Parker got the decision. He got the proper decision, and the rest is history.
So I'm gonna stop doing this, by the way, because I went to Twitter and I put my score. I put my score on Twitter for Taylor versus Jonas, and everyone's like, okay, people cooled it. I put my score for Parker versus Chisora, and then I got people trying to like insult me. And then what happens when they try to insult me? You know what I do? I hit them back even harder. So you got people deleting tweets now, and they try to insult me, but then so I'm just not even going to give lames access to me. But here's my scorecard. I scored it 115 to 112 for Chisora. And I'll explain the first round.
For Parker.
For Parker, 115, 112 for Parker. I'll explain the first round in a second. Let me get to a few things. I had to write these notes down because people start to get on my nerves, and this is why sometimes the big fights don't happen. You watch a fight, you like someone, so automatically you're watching from a bias. And let's be clear, I like Derek Chisora. I argued for Derek Chisora on this show plenty of times. I argued for him not to be in the Gatekeeper Hall of Fame. I picked him over Usyk. I picked him to beat Usyk. But I'm no dummy. When I watched the fight, Usyk sharpshooted him and won. I gave Usyk the fight 115, 113. I thought he edged it 7-5. I thought Chisora put up a great effort, and I thought the same exact thing happened this fight. I am going to break down Chisora's strategy, people. And Chisora, all his fans are always going to think he wins. You know why? Chisora gives everything he has in the first 6 rounds. From round 1 to round 6, Chisora's throwing the kitchen sink at his opponent. The entire time, because he's against Usyk and against Parker, he's fighting technically sound boxers who are more skilled than he is. So he tries to overwhelm them with activity, i.e. Delphine Persoon versus Katie Taylor, right? That's what it is. You're fighting someone who's more skilled than you, so you're trying to overwhelm them with activity. He comes and he sets a work rate that he can't maintain for 12 rounds. So he comes out in the first round, second round, third round, fourth round, guns blazing, right? And people see that and they give him those early rounds. So he's racking the early rounds up in the bank. Then he starts fading in the middle of the fight, but he's still trying to keep the pressure on. He's getting sharpshooted. The other person's landing cleaner punches, but Chisora's coming forward and trying to make it rough and ugly. In the meantime, the other guy's landing cleaner punches, landing more effective punches. Chisora's putting on pressure, but is it effective? Is Chisora landing clean punches? No, he's not landing clean punches. He's just winging away. He's winging away. Every now and then, he may land one of those wild over the top shots, but his opponent is landing clean, effective, sharp punches. And that's what happened. That's what happened in the fight. So that's one thing. Now we're gonna go to the knockdown in the first round. Ned, you know why you can't believe it happened? Because it was an illegal punch behind the head. It was a foul. It never should have counted. And if we had replay in boxing, which is something I've been consistently asking for this very purpose, because Joseph Parker wasn't hurt. Joseph Parker wasn't hurt in that fight at all. There was one guy who was hurt in that fight numerous times, but it wasn't Joseph Parker. See, Chisora fans want to win off a foul. They want to win off a technicality. Oh, but he got a 10-8 round. That never should have existed in the first place. It was a blatant foul behind the headshot. Joseph Parker wasn't even hurt. He went down because he's like, damn, I'm not supposed to get hit here. Nobody's prepared to get hit there. He gets hit behind the head. Joseph Parker gets up like, he looks at Andy Lee Evans. He looks at his corner like, guys, like, you know, and proceeds to win the rest of that round. Watch it again. Tell me, minus the foul behind the head, that Joseph Parker didn't win the first round. You're lying to yourself. Which, another misconception by some dodo brain who wants to come at me on Twitter saying that I don't know how to score a fight because he thought you knock someone down, it's an automatically 10-8 round. Wrong, dummy. Wrong. When you knock someone down and you lose the round, it's a 10-9 round. It's a 10-9 round. So I gave Chisora a 10-9 round, plus I deducted a point for a blow behind the head. Because the ref, listen, the way I see it, I don't have to go along with the ref's bad judgment. So the ref called it a knockdown, so what I have to do is I have to honor the knockdown. But Chisora lost the round, and I saw a blow behind the head. And if this was done correctly, Joseph Parker actually would have had a 10-9 round in the first. So think about this. On Trill scorecard, Trill scored at 115, 113. That's with him giving Chisora a 10-8 round that he never should have had. But if Joseph Parker wins that first round like he should have, what are we talking? We're talking 116, 111. Or 116, 112. We're talking 116, 112. So my point is, like, what are we doing here? Chisora fans are really trying to argue off of a technicality. They really want to dub off of a foul. It's pathetic. That's what it is. So, okay. Now I'm going to go to this. You got something to say, bro? I'll let you in real quick before.
Oh, no. I was just saying, I think people saying that Del Boy won, I think maybe of them is their frustration for Joseph Parker. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
call it what it is. We got a guy here on this panel who's never been fair to Joseph Parker from the beginning. Who's always been overly critical of Joseph Parker from the beginning. Joseph Parker beats a guy, outclasses him. G says he went life and death with a truck driver. There was no life or death. He beat the brakes off him. Joseph Parker's going to fight Junior Fall. I need you to obliterate him. I need you to do this. Joseph Parker pulls off the win against Junior Fall. And G, he looked terrible. He looked this. Now Joseph Parker fights Derek Chisora, and he pulls off the win against Derek Chisora after being hit in the back of the head, after a foul going Derek Chisora's way in his own country. He gets up, he still wins the fight, and somehow, Derek Chisora definitely won the fight. He didn't definitely win the fight. Come on, man. He said,
I think G want to see Joseph Parker knock somebody out so bad. He want to see Joseph Parker knock somebody out so bad that, you know what I mean?
This is so crooked as a hook now. All right. I'm gonna be 100. I agree with what Ned was saying. When the knockdown happened, I was like, is that even a knockdown? But when they showed the several different angles, right? I was like, yeah, it was the punch that caused it, but I do agree with Kaden. It was an illegal punch. However, the ref still called it a knockdown. So I have to honor that. That's why I kept the knockdown in my scorecard.
You really have to honor it. And that's my whole point. So let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Joseph Parker loses this fight because of an illegal foul. And Chisora gets the dub. Is that really something to celebrate?
Yo,
No, the man just got robbed.
Right, how about
The
this?
man just
I
got
hear what
robbed.
you're saying, but however, even his own trainer Andy Lee thought they lost the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? That fight was
I
dumb.
didn't think he lost the fight.
No,
Like
no, he
Andy
didn't.
Lee said, he said, I don't know if we got this one.
That's
Seeing
my
that
point.
they were-
It was
seeing
so
that they was in the
In
UK,
the UK, bro.
seeing that they was in the UK and the fight was close. Nobody's saying that the fight wasn't close. You know what I'm saying? We were just saying that. You know what I'm saying? But Andy did. He definitely didn't say that they won the fight. He said, "Hey, I don't know if we're gonna get this one." You know what I'm saying? This is a tough one. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't think it was so I'll wait till after. But
he seen that Parker was you know, was in a tough fight. But yeah, you can't put those words in my man Andy Lee's mouth like that. You can't. That's why he got in there and cleared it up. He got up there and cleared it up. But
I don't know. You look guilty.
Look,
Yo, you know what's so funny? I saw on Twitter a bunch of people trying to start this narrative that Del Boy got robbed, but there are too many intelligent boxing fans like, yo, what fight were you watching? Are y'all serious? Like, I saw Peter Fury try to say it, and then I saw a bunch of people come out like, yo, you out of your mind, Peter. Did you even watch the fight, Peter? Like, listen, at the end of the day, for something to be a robbery, it has to be a blatant jack. This fight could have gone either way depending on what you like. So, one, it can't be a robbery. Two, Chisora fans are out here screaming robbery because of a knockdown in the first round that shouldn't have existed. And if you want to be real, if you call it the way it's supposed to be, if you call it absolutely positively the way it was supposed to be, Derek Chisora doesn't even win on one scorecard. Because he won on one scorecard, and I think that the judge had it 115, 113. Right? But if you call it the way it is and you don't call that a knockdown and Joseph Parker gets that fight, it's actually a draw on that scorecard and Joseph Parker wins on every other scorecard. Majority of people who watch the fight know that Joseph Parker won. Everyone who thinks Derek Chisora won is because they don't understand how to score a boxing match. So this is what I'm saying to you. Derek Chisora is always going to have people because for the first 6 rounds, he sets a ridiculous pace. It'll be the equivalent of running 1,600 meters. We're running the 1,600 meters, right? Now, when I run, I come out the gate. I sprint the first 800 meters as fast as I can. Run the first, and everyone's running a reasonable pace. So out the gate, everyone's gonna be looking at me like, "Oh, this guy, he's blowing everyone out." And then by the time I get to the 1,200 meter mark, everyone that caught up to me, I'm so gassed out, and now they just running their pace, and then they edge it out. They beat me. That's what Chisora does. He starts the fight off at such a ridiculous pace. His fans just give him every single round because he didn't win the first 6 rounds, bro. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. He did not win the first 6 rounds. I heard that same argument against
No, I didn't say he won the 6th round.
Yo, bro.
1 to 4 and 5 is a toss up.
Joseph Parker won 1, and there was a foul. Joseph Parker won the first round, and there was a foul. I gave Derek Chisora the 2nd round. I gave Derek Chisora the 3rd round. Joseph Parker won the 4th round. He won the 5th round, and he won the 6th round, bro. Yeah. So, hey, look, bro. At the end of the day, I know one thing. Here's what I know. The judges saw it the same way I did. I didn't watch the fight with Bill. He saw it the same way I did. I didn't watch the fight with Ned. Saw it the same way I did. More people that I spoken to saw it the same way I did. So there's a disconnect, and we're going to get into that. Mm-hmm. What I don't want to hear from people is that, the Del Boy got robbed. He didn't get robbed, bro. He keeps trying to win the same way, and it's apparent to everyone. And lastly, I'll close with this. Del Boy hit Joseph Parker with an illegal shot behind the head that never should have been called a knockdown. That's the only time anyone could have mistaken Joseph Parker for being hurt. However, Joseph Parker hurt Del Boy several times in that fight. By G's own admission, by Tony Bellew's own admission, he could have stopped Joseph Parker. He could have stopped Derek Chisora in the 11th, but he backed off. Does that sound like a robbery? It's evident to everyone who's winning the fight, bro. It's evident to everyone who's hurting the guy, who's landing the more effective punches. Every time they're saying, Del Boy got to be careful because if he runs in, he's going to get hurt. You want to talking about an admission of losing, G? How about the fact that in the 12th round, Buddy McGurk says to to Derek Chisora, don't go for the knockout. Just try to get it on the points. Just try to. And I thought Del Boy won the 12th round. I gave him the 12th round. And I wish Joseph Parker had killer instinct like you, because he could have clearly ended the whole thing if he would have just took him out of the 11.
That's what the frustration is.
Yo, I do have
That's what the disconnect and the frustration is.
My frustration with Parker has nothing to do with my scorecard.
You know what I'm saying? Because
effective as possible, and that's why I watched it a second time to make sure. I'm like, yo, am I bugging? Because I seen the debates also on Twitter, right? I don't believe it was a robbery because I can understand the way you judge and I know we're gonna go into it in the next segment, but so that's why I was like, it can't be a robbery. It all depends on what do you like in a fight. You know what I mean? And so Chisora has a unique brawler type of style. Parker has a pure boxer kind of style. So it's like, which one do you favor when they clash? So I get it, you know. That's why I never claimed robbery. I just said Chisora won, you know, and there was a lot of like swing rounds where it's like you could go either which way, you know. So I'm like, that's why I'm not really like, I'm not on the Chisora team where they're like, nah, yo, this was a clear robbery. I'm not Dillian White. Me, I'm like, hey, I thought Chisora won, but I can understand why other people may feel like Parker won. It's cool, and that's why hopefully when we get into the next segment, I'll explain how I score rounds and stuff.
This is my last comment on it. I see why Derek Chisora is the UK mascot. I see why he's the UK mascot. He's going to give it all he got in the first 6 rounds. He's probably going to win 3. Yeah. He's probably going to win 1 of the later rounds, and everyone's going to argue he was robbed.
Not only that, it's because, you know, I start off not liking him. You know, you guys sold him on me. You know? Definitely. Yeah, for real, Katie, you too. You know what I'm saying? You was in it. Y'all sold Derek on me, you know, and then now I get why. He gives it all he has. He gives it all he has, and how can you not like a guy who gives it all he has? He leaves it all in the ring, and I have to admire that. That's why I salute him. But when it comes to this point system in boxing, he gotta switch it up. But I get it. You know what I'm saying? Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram and Twitter, and also check out our podcast on all major streaming service. It's going down. It's steaming up. It's the Boxing Bros.
You're welcome.